Hello everyone, my name is Ono and welcome to episode number 10 of my AppGyver series. In today's episode I will design a tasty hamburger menu. In this design I will use more variables and also I will do some small animations. The design I will be using today is from Ning Tran, I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Check out his work in Dribble. He does some really nice work, so have a look and like him if you want to. And now the only thing I could say, let's start building the app. So let's start with a couple of things. Navigation again. We don't want to have a navigation header bar, and we also don't want to have a navigation on the bottom. So let's just have a quick look at the design we want to do. So we have this is like a pop-up of a hamburger menu, as it's called. So when I click on the icon, it will then show up this this menu, and then it would have an overlay, a blue overlay, and then when I click on the overlay, it will then close the menu again. So let's start. Continue building this. So this is what I currently have. So I just removed the bottom and the top, and we're gonna do now stretch it and start building the main screen. Okay, there we go. So we close this one. I believe we're just gonna create a couple of more texts. It's not really spectacular. I just want to show. I will just actually copy this a bit more. I add some more text at the end. I'll probably remove this one, smaller one. Then duplicate this one, and then I put this one between. So yeah, so this is our main page. So let's put that into a container. There we go. So, and then let's put this container inside another container. So this will be then the main page. So I'll just call it the main page container. This is the main, the front. Let's call it front page. It's a bit better to understand. And then here's actually the content. So main page content, and let's just duplicate this one more. I just want to show you that go, and then one more. Okay, I think this is great. So yeah, so just a piece of text, nothing really exciting. So that's the main. So let's build out the navigation, which is a different container, which we put above here. And so this is then the navigation. Let's put nicely, I like the headline actually in the top, and then we put the icon in there, and the icon we have is, so I think this is a perfect one. There's a couple of other ones. Let me just take this one. They're both good. These are a bit smaller, but this is perfect for what it looks like. So let's just save this one. We want these two onto one horizontal line. We want to have them nicely in the middle, and I think overall this looks good. I'm not going to do much about it. I just want to create that as black. So the icon, just gonna, not much options here, so let's take that one and let's make it black. Press OK, edit this one then, and then the only thing I want to do is to make that black. So now we have the like container. If you're going to click on here, then on what we call the hamburger menu, so we then end up to seeing this menu. So that's the plan then. So yeah, so this is the bit. So this is great. So I have our front page now. So let's start layout the back. Style. Just clear all of this. And let's press save. And this one, we want to take the spacing. What shall we do? I think the 40, this one, I think that's great. And the reason why I would do is because I'm gonna stretch this one out so it goes all the way to the top, and then I'm gonna it doesn't really matter disabling, but let's disable. So, and I also removed the save area. So let's start save. And if you now look, it's nicely on the top. I think there's a bit, we need to think about a bit about the spacing here on the left and the right, but that's what we can do now. So that's what we've done now. So this is now complete, full one. So now we want to make sure this one stretches out everywhere. So let's go to layout, width and height, and advanced, and we want to go to width 100%. So we want to drag this out completely, and the same, we want to this all the way to the bottom always. So that's 100 also. So now it will stretch the full from bottom to top always. So that's one thing. Let's build a container, the main container on so this is our, let's call it the main view. And then put this one in there. And then in the main view again, I'm gonna stretch it out everywhere. So advanced, width will be 100%. And then the height also 100%. Okay. All right. So that's the first one we've done now. So let's first now put let's make this one let's add some spacing left and the right. So I think 16, and also for right we also do 16. So now, okay. So so now let's just create the overlay. So this will be the blue overlay. So call it overlay. And again, I want this to be completely covering the whole page. Advanced width 100%. And again, also 100% there, as you can see now. And position, because we make it absolute, what makes it again covers everything. And now let's set the index. So this will be, see it as if you put like paper on top of the papers. The one you put on the bottom has the lowest number. So let's set the set index from this one to 0, which is the lowest one. This one we set it to 10, or 100. And you can, if you look at the design, you still see it because it actually doesn't have anything. So let's just start adding some blue on top of that. So we take the container, we duplicate it, and we make it the overlay. We then edit the overlay, and we're gonna set a new custom color. That will be blue. I call blue overlay. And we make the color 00527A. And we save that one. And what I also want to do is to have a advanced. I just want to see it a bit through. So I now save it. I go and I do show you the screen. You then see slowly, like it's on top of it because it has this higher set index. And now we're going to build the next menu on top of that again. So let's do we do one thing. Let's start. If you look at here, so let's make that little circle you see there. Let's build that circle on there first. So we need to build a small circle. So we can do this by doing two things. Is first to create a circle. Let's call it a circle container. And in the circle container, we will then have a the next thing, we will then have a line. Angle. Let's do angle left. I think that one is a great one. Yeah, so let's call this one icon. This will be our icon back. Let me see. Oh, I can see it hardly. It's over here. So let's set first let's start to style this circle. Again, we use the standard one. Duplicate this one. Let's make it a circle. And we make it a circle by changing the border. The border color will make something orangey. I think that looks okay. That will be a solid. And let's do a 2 for that one. And schools transparent. And then let's go quickly here and with an height fit here. So it gives us exactly there. You can't hardly see it, but it is there. And so go back to the style, quickly overwrite. We can't really see yet, so let me go back here, edit. Now make that, so that's the border, and now we want to do the shape. So we do custom ones, we make these 30, 30, 30, and 30. And then we start doing the padding, which will make the size of it. So we start with the top one is 12. Then the next one will be 18. Another one is 12 again. And now you slowly see the 18. You can't really see the back, so let's do that first. So let's do this icon. That's our black one. Let's duplicate that one, and we're gonna make this yellow. We do. We're going too quick now. Yellow one, so edit this one. Primary, we do the same color as the other one. The only thing, well, we make sure now that it actually, this is actually quite nice in the middle. So now we want to put it the overlay, so layout now. So now we're gonna move it around. So first we want to get to the other side. Then we put it in the middle. And then the last thing we're gonna do is we then take right spacing, and we'll take 16 from that side, so move it in there. So now you can see now it's nicely in the middle. I think we just need to make this one a bit less. This one again, no, it's the overlay. I want a bit more darker so you see it a bit better. So we do a little bit less. I think this is better. Yeah, so let me show you how the design currently looks like. So now you see this. I have now this button here. It doesn't really do anything, but you can see that now. And then here you see the design. It's white. I have it a bit of orange now. We can always. I think it's a bit more clearer now. So now let's start building the next bit. So again, so that was the overlay. So now is the next one. I'll create another container again on top of this, which is my hamburger menu. And again, let me save this one. Again, I want to make it again my custom size, but oh, that's the wrong one. That one. So the height again is 100%. So because I want to do the whole thing, and then the width I make 80%. You can see it's nicely there. Save this one, and again we need to take the position. We would like again to be on top, so again the higher number, which makes it 400, makes it the top, and the position we make absolute, and then you can see this nicely then starts to fill out the whole thing. We can't see it yet, so now let's style that background. Again, let's take a duplicate of this one. Again, this is the black ham menu. So the black menu, edit on transparent. We want now to put it black. And now if you press save, you will now see this menu start to build. So let's just now in there, let's start to build the little menu, and then I'll show you then how I do the animation. So let's build out this bit again. The top bit is again on the container. So put the container in here, and the top one, the properties, this will be the profile. And in there I will have again Control Z, Control V. That one is gonna be the container for the picture, and then here is the profile details. Profile details. So let's just do that picture first. Picture, that's a really big picture, so let's quickly change the exact size. We want to have a picture in the size of 50 and 50. 50 by 50. So that's the 50 by 50. Can't see it yet because I don't have a picture yet. So let's just go to properties, and here I have a picture here. So that's the picture. And now we'll make it a, so again, I think we don't have a circle. Yes, we probably can duplicate this one. We make it image circle because we want to make it a bit different. And also because it's bigger, I need to increase my shape. So this one is now so the border, which is great. This is all fine. I'm happy with this, but the shape, this one, we're gonna now move out. So in this case, we do 200. You can see slowly that it's 200, and then 200 and 200, and you can see it's massive still. So let me just save this one, overwrite, and then we go here. We just then do fit content, and there you go. We have a nice picture. So that's perfect. So that we have that image now, and now we're gonna put those two text in there. So that is one, which is, so that one, we're gonna do horizontal, gives nice to the other one. The text is, let's just change the text to Anthony Stark, and then change the, I think I'm gonna take this one, duplicate this one, menu text. Oh, okay, it's the last one. And we do edit. We're gonna change this one to the primary font, and then we're gonna put this one to normal. I think that looks quite nice. Yeah, and the only thing will make it, let me, primary font, this will be text L. Where's text L? What's this one here? Text L, and I also want to make it text transform. I want to make it uppercase. Okay, perfect. So that is title 1. And then we duplicate this one. And then we first remove override style, layout, remove, clear the value, so that's better. And then we just need to change this one to view profile. Okay. Now, so those are the profile details. That's the profile itself. So now we're going to create a new container in here, which we call menu items, and I already take these one because this is the one I want, and then I put it in here. That's on the wrong side, so we need to title layout, and we put it to the right. So we have on the other side, this one is title, I think this is let's start with inbox. So inbox, inbox, save. And now I can do 4, 1, 2, I do want a little, so that's 12. And that one we do also 12. So the bottom cap we do 12 also. Okay, perfect. Now we then quickly change the name for all of them. The notifications. Notification. Man, that's a difficult word today. Oh, not that one. Notifications. Yes, that's better. Then the next one is settings. And the last one is logout. Okay. So now we would like to style it a bit more. So it's the hamburger menu. So let's do this one. Oh, let's write this one. We don't really need this one. So let's do some gaps. So let's make that nice and 24. It is great. I think I have the wrong one. Yeah, that's not the right one. Clear this one. So that one goes 24, and then that one also goes 24. And then on the other side, we do the same on this side. We actually do a bit less, so that we make that 16. That one is also 16. Do the padding on the top, and we also do here 16. And then we'll start to see. Okay, so now if you have a look at how it now looks like, so this is how it looks like. So we have now the pop-up menu we have, and now let's start building out from here the menu itself and how that works. Okay, so go back to the design. So this is all great. So let's first make one variable. Let's make an app variable, and we call it menu open, and we make that true or false, and we start with false because we don't want to make it open. And then I just make a variable here, set up variable, and I would like to make it false. Perfect. And we put this there, and we'll save it. So what we want to do, if we click here, we want to close actually want to close the whole thing. When we do that, then it should close. So when we tap here, then we set the app variable to false. And so in the front page, it's not really well set, but when I click on the icon, I do the same thing here. Now set, when I click on the icon, I will then set there's only one menu item, so there's only one to choose from, and I will set it to true. So let's see how that looks in the app. So true, it doesn't work anymore, which is correct because I haven't assigned yet the variable yet. So let's go to the hamburger menu, and we go to properties, and in advanced properties there's one called this one. So we're now gonna assign this variable to this attribute. So they're not here. I need to go to app variables, menu open. You can see here it says false, which is perfect, and I'll save. And then the same with the overlay, I would do the same thing here. So properties again for the overlay, advanced variable, and again we go to app variables and we select the ones and we press save. And now if you look at the app, main page is visible again, and then when we click here, it comes into play. When I click there, it disappears. So this is a bit how it works, but of course this goes way too quickly. It's not really nice. So let's use some animations to make it a bit more interesting. So when you press the button, let's then fade out before that comes along. So let's just do that button first. So when I click on the overlay, as you can see here, I want first to do an animation. So an animation not standard installed, so you just need to look for it. So it's called animation. And then that one, we install this one. So it's the animation So we'll connect the two together, and then we set, so first we set what do you want to animate, and in this case we want to do the container picture we want to animate. Press save, and then what you want to animate. In this case we want to fade out, so let's look for fade out. Fade in, fade out. You can do some other things. That's a bit long, so let's now change this to 500, and let's save this. So when I now, let me just show you again. Let me just open it up. And then now clay. Oh, not sure if you can see that. It doesn't even goes too quickly. It directly disappears. So what I'm gonna do is remove this one and just put it over here. So we first animate it, and if I now look at this. So let's make it a bit longer so you actually can see it. Let's put a delay between 500. 500, so it can finish the animation before it does anything. So let's look at that again. And then you can see that now it slowly animates. Let me check if I do the right one. It's this container circle I want to do. So yeah, so look back at this one, and it's the oh, you see now I've selected the wrong one. So you really have to select the right one here. So container circle, so I think that's the one I needed. So that's why it didn't work like well. And again, you need to, that's why it's important to name your containers right, so you can find them afterwards also again. So here you can see here it fades nice. You can see that why we press it, because it's still a button, so that still the same. So I just want to, and then another animation. We do another one, which will be then the overlay itself. This one takes, so again, this one will be then, I'm gonna do, where is it? Slide to the left, slide out left. It's this one here. 500 is fine. It's probably comes the delay, so it's let's see how that looks. And then you can see it's I think let's just set up the other one at the same time also, is when I click the hamburger menu. So on the icon here, again, I want to put in the animation again. So installed, so animation, put in here, and what we want to do is to this container, this whole one we want to do. So we look for the container, this one here, we want to fade from left to right, fade in, or not fade in, we want to where is it? Slide in from left. What is this one? For the rest, that is fine. I would like to duplicate this one, because I also want to do this for not only the hamburger bean but also the overlay. So let's look at the container overlay, which is this one here. Put them together and connect them here. And then the last one, I want also to do again the container circle again. So let's look for the container circle. The container circle, and I want that one also to connect, but the only thing that is a fade in, but I would like to start this one to start it a bit later. So let's press save, and then we look at it, and there we go. Then here we go back. We come in, and again it's a bit slow, so let's move these things a bit up. So let's all of them move them to 500, which is twice the amount of time, but at least you can see how this works and how you can get the animation running. This one also 500. save this one again. No, I need to press the button. There we go. And then when we press here again, it will go down again. Oop. Even this one actually probably delay even a bit more. Let's make it actually 2 and then 300 so they end up at the same time. Yep, there we go. All right, so that's it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you like the video, please click on the like button. It really helps my channel and my videos to reach out more people. If you want to see more of this video, please subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Stay curious.